All right, guys, the Warriors get the win in game one. This is the Hoopsner post-game show. I really enjoyed this one. I think we're seeing something from the Warriors that is what we're going to be seeing for years down the road. This game was interesting for multiple reasons and pretty predictable. I really love the Blazers, and Blazers fans, I know you've been wanting me to comment on the games, and I finally got to it. It's hard to do 2 videos in a day. But today we're finally going to be able to cover the Blazers. I hope it's more than 4 games, but it's looking like 4 games. We shall see. But tonight what we saw between the Warriors and Blazers was just how good Steph Curry is. We saw vintage Steph Curry. The thing that I was wondering going into this series is without Durant, is that depth going to be a problem for the Warriors? And it wasn't a problem at all, really. I mean, watching the game, I was just kind of looking for reasons to maybe see if there was something the Blazers could do that could win this game. And the Warriors really just have a nice formula that worked out tonight to win. They've got Steph Curry, who looked like MVP Steph Curry from a year or 2 ago, who is still that same player. He's just been deferring to Durant. And you've got to give a lot of credit to Steph Curry for doing that. I mean, Steph Curry does not complain one little bit about taking a lesser role, giving up opportunities for like MVP and stuff like that to make his entire team better and win. And he's basically deferred to Durant to just make it his team. And that still is a great team, but it's a lot more of like Kevin Durant isolation and Kevin Durant getting one-on-one matchups because of the spacing provided by Steph and Klay. But with this team, it's much more vintage Warriors with movement, cutting, getting open shots, Steph moving and doing all those things he does to run off screens and give and goes and cutting to just get those open threes that he hits. And it's incredible. And it really feels like Steph is just in that rhythm that he needs to he just is incredible. It's unbelievable. So really, if the Warriors getting Steph being Steph like they did tonight, he's incredible. It opens things up for Klay. But the other element to this game, and it's really the only chance the Blazers have, is if they can overcome Iguodala. Iguodala is just elite. And I know I've mentioned this before, but when he's on his game and when he's going 100%, and I know he's older now, he can still be the best wing defender in the league or up there with Kawhi. He's that good. Tonight, Dame Lillard scores, let's see. Dame was 4 for 12, only took 12 shots, 2 for 5 from 3 for 19 points. That's not a coincidence. That's Iguodala. Dame's incredible. I love Dame. And really, like, when you look at this series, you've got Steph Curry, best player in the series. Dame's probably number 2. You take Dame over Klay probably. But Klay's probably 3, and then maybe CJ 4. But you know what? The way Iguodala plays defense, he might be the 4th best player of all the players in these teams. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments. But Iguodala's defense is that impactful. And so for the Blazers to win this series, they've got to do a better job of guarding Steph, which easier said than done. And then also they've got to find a way to overcome Iguodala's defense. Now, if Iguodala breaks down as the series goes, great. But the clock is ticking because Durant's coming back. And this style of Warriors play, I much prefer watching because I personally just feel it's more fun. But when Durant comes back, they're just a better team because of just incredible, just Durant MVP, Curry MVP, Klay Thompson, All-Star, Draymond Green, All-Star level player, former Defensive Player of the Year. It's just too much. So if the Blazers want to win the series, they have to win next game. Tonight, they really should have won tonight if they want a chance. And you know what, though? It's just going to be tough. And there was one other thing I wanted to say, and I know this is going a little long, and I have a headache. But I was worried about the depth and like when Durant goes down, how is this team going to play? How is the offense going to go? And then you get reminded that when Steph Curry's on the floor and Klay Thompson are on the floor, it provides spacing for everyone else. So everyone else just gets better. So Quinn Cook, or let's see, I don't want to get it wrong. Like Quinn Cook tonight. Yeah, Quinn Cook, 8 points, 2 for 5 from the floor, 2 for 3 from 3. That's not a coincidence. That is the spacing that Steph and Klay provide, and the gravity. Steph's gravity is unbelievable. And if you don't know what I mean by gravity, it's defenders having to guard him, and it opens up space for the other players on the perimeter and inside. It's just incredible the impact that Steph has. When he's playing well and he's healthy and he's doing Steph things, it's impossible to stop. It's ridiculous. It's unguardable. There's not a lot you can do. But then you just look at all these other players on the Warriors. Quinn Cook, 2 for 5. We just said 2 for 3 from 3. But Klay Thompson, 10 for 24. Nice night. 3 for 9 from 3. You'll take it. Draymond Green had a nice night. 12 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Vintage Draymond. So it's not surprising that the Warriors won because of those things. Now, if the Blazers want to win, they're going to need superhuman effort from Dame. It's just the way it is because it's the best against the best, and you've got to overcome the best somehow. And that means you've just got to have superhuman efforts, and you got to do it before Durant comes back, because when he comes back, lights out. I don't know. Anyways, guys, fun game. Game 1 was fun. I'm excited for the next one. Like and subscribe this channel, guys. Talk to you later.